I like personally want to know how you got Trippie Redd, because Trippie Redd is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, that was also fucking
That's
crazy.
sick.
Trippie Redd, I don't want to reveal too much, but also...
Welcome to Culture Vulture. Casey,
Rough.
Tom.
straight into it.
How you been, boss?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty tired and busy, but like good. I can't
Why
complain.
so?
Just like working on future projects a lot, and the projects we just finished off with were like pretty hefty. Plus COVID, so it's like a lot of work, no play, you know. So, but yeah, I can't complain. Basically that.
I mean, sorry.
Go ahead.
Quickly for the people, I mean, what do you do?
I run Grimey or Grimey MTL. It's like an art brand, I like to call it. We do like clothing, shows. We have a collective of musicians, and just like a bit of everything. But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So basically, what kind of influence are you brought up from? What was it like?
Influences, like I come from the punk scene in Montreal, so we started in like 2016, and we were doing like a lot of shows. I mean, our third show was this big festival called Rob Fest, which was like for this guy who ran this bar on Crescent. His name was Rob, obviously, and he was just like this really good dude who would like let young kids do their thing, young bands with like no experience. He'd give them a stage and shit like that. So he was like influential to a lot of people in that scene. So yeah, our third show was Rob Fest, and our first thing ever was dropping a t-shirt, was like the Barney t-shirt, and then shows. So that's kind of like, those two things have been the root of our brand, basically.
Like running independently, or you both run as in person? How exactly do you run that?
Fully independently, mostly just me. I had this guy, Jordan, who used to help me at the beginning, but we just slowed down that relationship slowly. He's focusing on music, and he has like an audio engineering thing, so he decided to focus on that, and I just kind of committed to the grimy stuff.
So it's 100% of your time is just committed into the brand now?
100%. Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, do you still do music or anything along the lines?
I kind of like, I used to play in a band called Dep Wine, which played at the festival and all that shit. We were like pretty hefty into it. Like that was all I used to do before the grimy stuff. Always did it side by side, but it was like a lot that band, and then some shit happened, as it generally goes with bands, and then I kind of like took like a break off music for maybe like two and a half years, some shit like that, and now I'm recently getting back into it just because it feels right.
Good, that's it.
So what exactly do you do in music? Do you play guitar? Do you sing? What exactly is your role in that?
Like instrument wise, I used to play in the band, I used to play guitar, but I play like guitar, bass, and drums. But now I'm doing like mainly like people are helping me with the beats. People in the music collective are helping me make beats and shit, but then I'll layer guitars on top of it and kind of blend in my old influences with these new influences that I found over the last couple of years.
And was that really early on you started playing guitar, or is that a new thing, self-taught in school?
Self-taught. Maybe I was like 15, 14. Yeah, 14 maybe I started playing, then I started getting like into it at like 15, 16. And the band was like a thing maybe like 17, 18.
So what were you listening to back then?
Back then, like my three favorite bands were like Nirvana, Black Sabbath, and Black Flag. Like I have a Black Flag tattoo right here.
Sick.
So
that's actually dope.
A lot of like the punk shit and a lot of like the grunge shit like back in the day early on.
And were you at all, since we see your brand and like the hip hop scene, were you listening to a lot of hip hop back then, or that's been more of a new thing for you?
Like my first shit was hip hop. Like when I was like 11, 12, 13, like Lil Wayne was my huge thing, and I just always felt like weird about it, you know what I mean? Because I was like, I can't listen to this, blah blah blah, some shit like that. But then as I grew older, I was just like, fuck it, I kind of like this. And the scene kind of developed further, where it was just like more inclusive, new sounds, more harsh, more intense, and it kind of like felt right to me at that time. So I just like evolved towards liking that shit.
So would you say that music was practically like a big inspiration behind Grimey?
100%. Yeah. It's like I call it an art brand, but you might as well call it a music brand, you know what I mean? It's just like, because art, I see music as being art, you know what I mean? It's just more like a umbrella term, I guess.
Right.
But the music has been affiliated with Grimey from the start and will always be that way. Yeah.
That's actually super
like the stuff we're working on right now is literally just, I don't want to say too much, but like it's coming out April 20th. It's gonna be dope.
Hey, keep your eyes out, guys.
Yeah, it's really gonna be dope. Like I've really tried focusing on like building up the Montreal scene, because there's always been dope shit popping off, but everyone's like kind of in their own corner, individualistic, you know. Whereas the brand is really trying to like break that a bit, build a community, and like just bring people together, you know.
So I see a lot of people under like the music umbrella of multiple artists like Blackened and individuals like that. What is that exactly? Is it like management, or is it more of a collective?
Like they're all like my close friends, but it's really when they need help with something, they'll ask me advice or some shit like that, and it's pretty fluid, nothing like too set in stone, and we call it just like a collective where we all share ideas. They're as involved with that aspect of it as I am, and we're just like constantly sharing ideas, trying to like elevate each other. And yeah, sometimes I'll do like more intense stuff if need be, but most of the time it's pretty fluid and pretty like natural. You know?
And I personally love your videos, like how
Thanks.
you come up with the stuff on Instagram. It looks really nice. Like the editing is all cool as fuck.
Thank you, man.
So where did you find? Is that your creative direction or
Up until
else's?
like, fuck, good question. I think up until like a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer, it was just me. So I like pride myself on taking the photos for the lookbooks, and I would also do the video stuff, but I was never like that good at it.
Right.
Like the first merch drop 2.0 video I did, and then a couple other little ones I did, but I was never, like I said, that great at it. I just did it because I didn't have the resources or people around me who were like really good. But as of now, I have this guy Luke Drummond Dupree. He did like a short film roughly a year ago. We went to his release and we like solidified him as a Grimey artist on the spot.
Sure.
And as of then, more or less, he's been doing all the video stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I trust him, and it's like we're very aligned visually.
Is he actually doing stuff on his own? Is he doing music videos for like other artists in the scene?
I don't think he's done.
Grimey?
I don't think he's done too many music videos. I think he did one for Crypt and Blackened, which was the Batman video. And then I think he's working on other shit in the background, but it's always pretty Grimey affiliated, you know? If not direct Grimey collective members, like people who are just affiliated with the whole brand and the whole community, basically.
I mean, the idea of Grimey, how did that come together? Just like the name.
I don't know. I just like, I was just like, we were all doing like very grimy shit, I guess, and like I felt like our city is very grimy, and it was just like something I would say, you know what I mean? And then when I was like trying to put together this organized thing, I was just like, Grimey is perfect, you know? It just felt like super right. We used to go by Grimey MTL a little bit more,
Right.
but I just felt like Grimey, the word solo, was just, you know, it encapsulates the whole vibe of everything and the city and shit like that. So I was kind of sold on it from day one, and I've just like stuck with it pretty much.
And you kind of encapsulates it at international. It's not necessarily based only out of Montreal.
Exactly.
Anyone can impersonate it, right?
Exactly. And like we'll always have our roots in Montreal, but you know, we've done things outside of the city, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So how exactly does the clothes end up on artists like COI LERAY, Trippie, anything along those lines?
The craziest part about that is that almost every single time it's just been like supernatural. So the first person that was a little bit of a higher status was Denzel Curry, and that was my buddy who was just my buddy Max. He was just like going to a concert, and he was like, yo, give me a pack, and if I see him, I'll give him some shirts. And that happened. And then I guess he fucked with it, and he wore like the one shirt behind stage, and he switched out because he sweated it out, and he wore the other one on stage with like Billie Eilish and shit. And that was like the first, like, I was freaking out. I was with like my partner at the time. I was like, what?
I mean, Denzel Curry is pretty big, yo.
Yeah, and he wore it like on stage, and there's like videos of him. It was cool, man.
Like which era? Like Ultimate to Denzel Curry, or after that, like when he came to Montreal recently?
It was right when we dropped Missing Milk, that capsule. So that would be like, I don't fucking remember, maybe 2019?
Okay.
I'm not sure. So a little bit later after that.
Okay, but that's still sick, though. I mean, Denzel Curry was still established at that time. So just having that,
He
like,
was
it's a
on-
moment.
Yeah, he was on the Billie Eilish tour, and it was for that.
Okay, that's actually so sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was cool. There's like a video of him like backstage, just like wilding out, wearing the like TBR X Grimey shirt, and it was just like, it was tight.
I like personally want to know how you got Trippie Redd, because Trippie Redd is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, that was also fucking
That's
crazy. Trippie Redd, I don't want to reveal too much, but also pretty natural. Like, it was this other guy who was going to see him at a festival. He was like, yo, I'm probably going to be backstage. There's tons of artists. Like, we weren't targeting Trippie Redd or anything.
Right.
He was just like, give me a little bag of shit. He came to my house like before his flight, gave him a bag, and he just, I guess, I don't really know the full story. I think he saw Trippie, or he was doing an interview with him, some shit like that, and he was like, yo, here's some merch from this little brand in Montreal. And then Trippie wore it like mad times. He wore it like 4 or 5 different times.
I know the trucker hat went crazy.
The trucker hat went crazy. He wore the trucker. He wore Missing Milk too. For some reason, people really like that collection. It's probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I don't know. Still pretty natural. He just like, he wore it. I have like a fuck ton of videos and photos from that, so that was good. And yeah, pretty much natural. You know, he just fucked with it, and it just like that.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, it's just blessed how I feel like with you, a lot of things are coming naturally.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're forcing yourself into it or anything. It's just like all natural kind of comings. Like, your homies go like to a concert, and you're like, hey, yo, let me take some shirts. I just feel like it's cool how you have that kind of support within like your circle.
I kind of pride myself on it because it's important to me. I don't want to like pay someone like, yo, here's $2,000. Make sure this gets into his hands. Like, I've never done that, and I don't really ever want to do that. And it's like, it also is part of the grimy thing of just like, I don't know, keeping it authentic and like not sacrificing your values for anything, and just like furthering what you know will work, and eventually it will work, you know? And I've always believed that, and like slowly it's starting to actually shape form and paying off, you know?
Like not selling your soul to the industry.
Yeah, like not selling out, you know? It's also like a big punk thing. I mean, punks are retarded, but yeah, it is that.
Do you think like Coi Leray ended up wearing it because weren't they in a relationship together like at that point in time, or they were off at that point?
It's funny because no, they were off. They were broken
Really?
up, but yeah. Which is fucking hilarious. Can I swear, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Cuss your
Yeah, I swear a lot. Yeah, I think they were broken
fucking
up.
shit. All right, now we good. Now we good.
Get out the system. Yeah, I think they were broken up. So it was the same dude who gave Trippie. I think it was the same festival. If memory serves me right, it was the same festival. It was the same pack that I gave him. It was like one bag with like a few of the essentials things and a couple trucker hats, and she did the same thing. She just wore it. She took a video. It was like funny as fuck, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I seen it trending on Twitter. I was like, yo, are you serious? That's sick. I know that company. Yeah, I know that
posted her
rap.
recently, and then they were like, people were like, yo, what, Coi Leray's on this show? I was like, yeah, she wore it like a year ago.
People don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like Trippie Redd's kind of pissed right now, seeing how she's popping off out of nowhere.
she's popping
She like
off,
doing
bro.
really good. I'm pretty 100% sure she'll be on XXL this year. Like
Yeah.
she's up out of nowhere.
Well, her music's
yeah, I
it's getting
mean,
better and better. You know what I mean?
that's what I was going to say. I feel like she kind of deserved it. Like her last project, I think it was an EP or whatever. It was like 5 songs or whatever. It did really well. I had like 3 songs on that I really liked. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's finally nice that she's getting noticed too.
I forget what song it was, but there was
She
like
called
it
me
just
Big
came
Purr.
out. My roommate was broken.
Oh, she called me Big Purr.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with Pooh Shiesty. That's the song though. That's the song.
And Pooh Shiesty's crazy.
I mean, we could also thank TikTok for blowing her up, because I feel like, what song was it? No More Parties, whatever.
Yeah.
They dropped that song on TikTok, and then everyone made like a dance to it. Like everyone made that song.
The first, when you go like on the trends of TikTok, this is the first video that was ever posted, was her trying to like snippet the song, and then it kind of just blew up on its own just from.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Damn, can we get like the video somewhere over here just so like people can see it?
I feel like a lot of artists are popping off on TikTok right now, and then their music pops off, you know, because of dances or whatever. It's just like the platform is going crazy.
I mean,
on its own.
Big example I'm seeing is like I'm So Fago, just completely nuts. I haven't seen like this big of a surge onto an artist in a while. Like last time I saw that was probably Pop Smoke, maybe, where just like suddenly absolutely thousands of people just surging onto an artist, and now everyone's like trying to notice because of his releases, right? And I think I'm on, like I'm pretty sure he's up super next. Like we'll see him everywhere
For sure.
One of my favorite artists right now, for sure.
That's fucking sick.
What are you listening to right now?
Right now I'm kind of like tapping back into the old shit I used to listen to, just because I'm in that mood. But it varies. Like my playlist is fucking weird. You know?
I feel you on that.
Like it's very weird. Like what am I listening to right now? I was just bumping like the old Alice in Chains live record. That's a great album for people who don't know. MTV Unplugged one. And then just like I don't know. I've always liked like Suicide Boys and like harder hip hoppy shit.
So like big fan of Sesh Squad.
Sesh Squad. Yeah, for sure. Like Bones is like an OG. I don't know. Just like the same shit I always listen to. I don't know what I fucking. It's a hard question, kind of.
Yeah, no. Most def. Another personal question. How do you maneuver a brand through COVID? Like, how has that been?
It's been challenging, but like I kind of took it as like there's always something positive that comes out of everything negative. At least that's how I see it. And I was like, this is obviously very negative for everybody. So I was just like, it gave me an excuse to kind of just keep my head down, work on shit even further, and grow, you know? Mm-hmm. The only thing I don't love about, well, obviously a lot of things I don't like about COVID, but the main thing as it relates to the brand is there's no like in-person interaction. So like all of our shit's online, and it's cool. Like we have a good fan base and people are supporting through online purchases, but then like you have to pay for shipping, and it's just not the same. Whereas like the Grimey pop-ups are like a big part of the brand, and like me being there and talking to people, like what we did for in the summer for Stay Away.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I was going to say.
That was dope, and it was mid-COVID, mm-hmm. and we just like did all the safety precautions and shit. And then I got like a van with the Grimemobile, and it was just like two of us driving the van to different neighborhoods in town. And it was like 6 neighborhoods, and we'd post up for like an hour, announce that we were there, people would come, do the in-person interaction, mm-hmm. sell some stuff, and then pack everything in a car and drive to the next location. Sure. And that to me was dope, and hopefully we'll do some stuff like that this summer, you know?
Because I remember when you're doing the whole Stay Away, the whole like capsule there, I've seen like a lot of videos at like the skate park, for example. Yeah. Would you say skate culture is very closely like tied with like Grimey? Would you say skate culture played like a powerful impact?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up as a skater. That was like probably the first thing I did in terms of this type of shit. Yeah, skate culture is huge just because it's like, it's fun. It's like affiliated with music and just like streetwear, I guess, you know? And it's just like natural, you know what I mean? Like almost every kid grows up with a skateboard, you know?
I feel like it's funny how you tie like Lil Wayne, for example. You said you listen to a lot of Lil Wayne. I know Lil Wayne was big into skating. I don't know if he was that good, but I mean, I know
he was onto it.
He tried to make that transition almost.
Yeah, I remember seeing him do like a video of him doing an ollie or something. I was like, oh, okay, Lil Wayne skates. Maybe I'll check it out. You know?
Yeah. I forget what era it was, but yeah, I definitely remember that. It was fucking weird.
But when I think of a grimy subculture, I think of skate for sure. Like
for sure. We never force the skate shit. It's just like skaters wear our stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of that simple, you know?
Is it something you could be looking forward to in the future? Maybe making it some kind of...
like a deck?
Like a deck, or just maybe marketing campaign based on skating, or...
Yeah, I would love to mainly just make a deck, make some wheels, like some green, purple, grimy wheels. Like, I just love making shit, you know what I mean? Like tangible shit, especially because everything's online. Yep. It's like... buying something is not just buying it because it's cool. It's like buying it and then you like have it. There's like a whole thing to it, you know? So definitely would love to make a skate deck, wheels, grip tape, even a skate tool, all types of shit like that. And then maybe we'll get like grimy skaters just like for fun. Mm-hmm. Like here's a couple hoodies, like do some tricks, like. But like I said, nothing too forced. It has to be natural and shit.
And you kind of, are you thinking into random accessories, maybe like dyes or stuff like that in the future?
You said dice?
Like dyes, yeah.
Yeah, I would I love accessories.
A grimy dice?
Yeah. Yo.
Imagine that in the hood. That's actually crazy. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I'm stealing that idea.
Whoa. I never even thought about that. Like dice as an accessory for like a brand? That's sick.
I'm trying to make all types of shit. I'm just limited by like what I know and the manufacturers I have, like we were talking about a little bit before. Like it's kind of a struggle sometimes, so if you guys have manufacturers, like hit me the fuck up. I want to make like everything that fits in the brand, you know what I mean, like that naturally fits with the brand. Like playing cards or dice, that'd be sick. I had like I have a crazy idea, but I won't reveal it right now. So it's too retarded.
We'll get the sneak peek off camera. And got you.
But yeah, I'm super open to make like accessories. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like some of your stuff. I know it's not only like clothes. What would you say is the most outlandish thing you kind of did with the Grimey kind of logo?
What do you mean, like a tangible product?
Not really tangible. Could be anything, honestly. Like,
what's the crazy shit we've done?
Like,
we do a lot of crazy shit for the videos.
Okay.
Because like I take, not necessarily what you're asking, but like
it's so sick.
It works.
Yeah, like I said before, I take the video books and the lookbooks really seriously. It's like a medium of art to display the brand, and it's like very important to me. So yeah, we've like lit a lot of shit on fire for the videos, broken TVs, like a lot of gnarly shit like that. And definitely gonna keep doing that, you know? It's like, it's fun, it's natural, and it's like, it's just fun.
Okay, I have a question, because I know for your last drop, you did like this USB USB key thing?
Yes.
What is it?
So the USB was because, once again, everything is COVID, everything's online, and I wanted to tie in, or give people a chance to listen to the Grimy Music Collective a little bit more. Because people are aware of it, but I wanted to just like push it a little bit more and be like, yo, this is Grimy Music. Take a fucking listen to this. This is 999, which is the main act underneath Grimey. And it's basically the USB mixtape. Okay, you plug it in, it glows red. Which the whole like colors for that drop were red and black. So you plug it in, it's like a crystal USB, it glows red. It like kind of projects Grimy onto like the surface of wherever the computer is. And then when you open it up, it's an unreleased track from each one of the artists under the collective.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I asked them, I was like, yo, give me like some of your best shit that's not released, that you might not plan on releasing, just like some gold. And they all gave me like their best shit, made sure it like flowed real nice as like a full piece. And yeah, basically if you have that USB, you have access to like these songs that might not drop. Yeah, pretty much it.
That's actually sick. Where did the idea come from? Because it's something new. I don't really see anyone doing it like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just came up with it one day. I was just like thinking of ways to make it different. Like for that drop, we even did a video game.
Yeah.
Because I was like, once again, people are bored. People are at home. People like want to engage in some way. And like we're not making money off the video game. We're not making money off the USB that much. It's like it's really just to give people a chance to, you know, play something or watch some art like we did with the short film, because we went pretty hard with that short film, or listen to music and just like, you know, try and pass the time a little bit easier, you know, because it's a hard time for everybody. So yeah. And
that's what I like about Grimey. Like a lot of your stuff is very including of like the consumers. Like for example, I know you often do like a sticker contest, which I find that is super sick, because you just see like all these commissions. People are just like, bare people are sending in like sticker ideas.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love the sticker competition. We do it every year. I think we're gonna do it this year. I don't know which month, but probably like September, something like that. It's just like a chance for people to submit art, and if we like the designs, if I like the design, basically like we'll print them on a Grimy sticker. I'll redesign it, we'll throw in the logo, do some kind of a pattern in the back. But more or less, it's like their piece of art on a Grimy sticker, and then it's like everyone in the city, they can walk around, they see it on the wall and shit. It's cool.
So do you go out for any graphic designers, or you do everything, all the designs on your own?
I do all the designs on my own. As of late, the second person who's helping me out is this girl named Leandra. She helps me with like more the illustration aspect of it. So I'll like pretty much, it always comes to me. It always like happens in a night where like just one day I'll get an idea for a drop and then I'll just like design, my bad. I'll design the whole shit just like all at once. But I'm not the best graphic designer, so sometimes I'll have a concept or an idea for something like super concrete, and I'm trying to find people to help me like make it better, you know, and just make it more intense, basically.
So what can we look forward to for Grimey in the future?
We have like, fuck my voice.
No problem.
We have the big summer drop, which is gonna be Salvation.
Okay.
Oh fuck, I don't know if I should have said it. Go with it.
Cool with it.
It's gonna be Salvation, and it's gonna be just like a bunch of hats, a bunch of tees, a bunch of tote bags, and I'm working on doing some crazy shit for that drop too. Yeah.
That's something we should look forward to. I mean, we just got some insider tea. He said, fuck, I don't think I should have said that.
It's basically like the follow-up to End of the World.
Okay.
So like the way End of the World was this big, all-encompassing drop, and the theme of it was End of the World, you know what I mean? Because of the
video you dropped for that was sick also, by the way.
Thank you.
Very
Patrick
cool.
Richards helped me for that. He was helping me direct a bit of the shit, and he was doing the camera work and shit. But yeah, the theme of it is a follow-up to End of the World.
Okay. I mean, wow, we just got some real insider tips.
It's gonna be tight, and that should be dropping mid-summer, if not earlier in summer. It's gonna be tight.
I mean, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Honestly. Summer is going to be nice, I feel like, in an opinion. With COVID going on, being inside was... It was long, man. It was long.
I feel like it's going to be good and bad. Like, people have just been, like, in curfew for so long, in their house, bundled up, you know what I mean?
But it kind of makes you, when you come out, you, like, bug out when you see individuals.
Yeah.
You can finally speak to someone. It just makes you feel so good about interacting with them. So everyone's kind of super open suddenly because they just want to dish out everything they've been bundling up for all those months, right?
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, I don't know
see what happens, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know about most people, but I feel like I kind of needed that little social break too.
Yeah.
Like my social battery was kind of low, and then like having a reason to stay home without feeling bad, it was kind of nice, you know.
True.
I feel. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I feel like a lot of people grew in that time.
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Is like if you didn't learn something from COVID, then you kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a pause on everything.
How couldn't you? I feel like everyone was home, all you had time for was to think, right? So
but a lot of people got worse and worse in whatever state they were in previously.
Yeah, true, definitely.
And you know, people don't have help and support. It's tough, you know.
No, most def. But I feel like with thinking so much, you're gonna get something out of it. Maybe you're not gonna be in a better state of mind, but
for sure
you will learn something. I'm pretty sure everyone learns something.
Yeah, good or bad, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just feel like the overthinking could drive people crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was about to say that. It's like overthinking can really just kill someone.
Yeah.
I feel like, because like your mind just starts wandering, and you just really like you have control, but you really don't have control.
Yeah.
You know, like once your mind starts thinking about something, it's like someone else is in there telling you like, no, don't stop it, just let it go.
Totally.
And it's honestly you need to like. I think the brain is like a muscle. You kind of just have to work on it.
Yeah, I totally fucking agree. Working on your shit is super important, especially if you want to do something with your life, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Be it art, be it anything, you know? You gotta fucking work on yourself.
I mean, how would you say, let's tie that back into like, let's say your creative flow. Mm-hmm. How would you say like your mental wellness like correlates with your creative flow?
That's a good question. Like I've had struggles like anybody has, and in the past they've helped me, but like currently where I'm at, I just prefer to move on to a different place to find new inspiration and new fuel for my creativity, you know, instead of just kind of, because it gets tiring being inspired by the same type of depressing thought or whatever, you know what I mean, whatever you're feeling,
right?
You always have to, especially if you're being creative, like find new inspiration in different things. And if you've already kind of tapped out of, let's say, like a lower feeling, then you're kind of out of ideas, you know. It's like you gotta keep going and keep growing, you know. So it's important to me for sure.
So how do you deal with writer's block?
Fuck. I don't know. I don't like think about it. It's happened to me sometimes. Not writer's block, like creative blocks.
Yeah.
The way I deal with it is like experiencing shit. So like I won't take a break because I'm always doing shit. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to like step away, but I'll just go do something totally new to experience it, and then I can like digest it and think about it, and then I'll probably bring that or aspects of that into my next creative endeavor or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, just bringing it back to like this whole COVID idea, kind of like how you can't really have that face-to-face like interaction with people. Have you tried to do anything to like still maneuver in a way to interact with like people, or not really?
I do like, I think everyone's doing just like a lot of FaceTiming, I guess, like Zoom calls, shit like that. I hang out with my friends a decent amount. It helps, you know, like having good people around you helps. It's tough for everybody. That's the thing about this like pandemic, is that it's like equally difficult for everybody, no matter what circumstance you're in, no matter what mental space you're in, you know, it's bringing everybody down. So I don't know, I forget the question, but just having good people around you, and I don't know if there's many outlets, I guess just creative outlets, and trying new shit. I find trying new shit is really like, it's a lot of juice, you know?
Oh, talk about new shit. We were just talking about this earlier, but there's like this whole new kind of like hub that's going around called like NFTs, where it's just basically like selling, just selling your whatever your trade. I'll just call it a trade, whatever you do online with like online currency.
That's what everyone's telling me about this.
Yeah, but I mean,
like everyone's telling me.
So
about
you
this.
own the that piece of art, but only you do. So like I think the first one that sold was like $78 million or something like that.
Of some NFTs,
completely nuts. Yeah.
Like basically people could own something. So like let's say this guy put an album onto like an NFT world.
Yeah.
He practically owns the right to that album.
So it's like you copyright your shit.
It's still kind of new. I don't have all the information. Yeah.
Someone was trying to, I think Leandra, my illustrator, was trying to explain this to me. She's like, you should do NFTs. I was like, okay, I just don't understand it. Also, I don't want to give away our artwork, you know, but it's like, I don't know.
It's like selling your artwork, but to a single individual, and then that individual owns the rights, everything about that one piece of work, whatever that piece of work is, through online currency. So the reason why people are bidding so much is because everyone expects it to like rise up in value, because it's like always one of ones.
But they bid on a piece of art?
It could be art,
on NFTs as a stock.
Basically, that's why people buy them. But also, you can see it as just buying a whole ass painting. But instead of it being a physical, tangible issue, it's an actual virtual item that you own.
What?
Yeah, it's everything
I don't
just
understand
virtual.
it fully. I gotta look into it.
It's kind of strange. It's hard to grasp. I don't grasp it either. It's still kind of strange.
Yeah,
like a lot of
crazy.
people that do like, let's say, graphic design, stuff like that, or just any idea, like anything around that idea, tend to turn towards NFT because it's a great way to just also like, how can I say, spread knowledge about your stuff, you know?
Yeah, and it's profitable.
A lot of people make like these little hubs, like it's legit a virtual world where you just walk around and they have like people's stuff just hang like you're in a museum or whatever.
That's crazy.
And you could just buy it straight off of there.
That's crazy. Actually, you reminded me of a museum. We're gonna have an art gallery expo.
Oh, what?
In when is it? The beginning of May on Saint Laurent.
Okay.
So that's gonna be like a chance, since COVID is not ending, but I mean the weather's back up. It's going to be like a chance to showcase all the work we've done basically from like September till now.
Okay.
So it'll feature like the Halloween drop, End of the World in depth, and the short film that we did a 1-year anniversary for. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
I mean, I'd say like Grimey's doing a lot. What would you break down, like, how can I say this? Break down like the people involved. Like, what would you say, like artists, music, like art itself?
Involved in the direct team or collective?
Yeah, in the whole collective. Like, what's it consist of?
So it consists of the music collective, which is really the 999.
Okay.
And then there's like 6 or 7 members in that. And then for the creative team, it's me, like I said, Luke, who does the videos now. It's been about 1.5 years. That's his like sole job. He's like very fucking talented with the video and visuals aspect. And then Leandra, who helps me out with some of the more concrete visuals, like the graphics or illustrations. But it's a pretty small team. Like there's really not that many people. I work pretty hard on it, so it's like I said, it's 100% of my time. But like it's thanks to everybody else who like has been supporting and really like giving ideas, or even my friends like for the pop-ups like will come help me set up. And like just little shit like that, you know what I mean? Which like makes it what it is, you know? Because I can't do it on my own. Like I thought I used to be able to do everything on my own, and then I just like started getting too tired and too burnt out. And I was like, it's really helpful to have people around you who support the vision of what Grimey is, you know?
Definitely. I mean, it's all about the team.
Yeah, straight up.
If you have that good team, it makes your life easier and it makes Grimey that much better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And just a support group, everyone kind of chimes in and encourages the process to keep going, right?
Totally. Especially like I have friends who are like not in the creative field who help me. Like I'll be like, I have a pop-up, can you come help me set up? They're like there, you know what I mean? Or they're actually selling the merch, or they're doing shit like that. Like you helped for Essentials, you know what I mean? Like 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. Like little shit like that, you know. You just ask and you hope people will help, and most of the time they're down to help. So it's pretty cool in that respect, you know. I can't complain for that.
I mean, I feel like everything goes 360. So like, for example, how you're never pushing yourself to just like, hey yo, like you said, $2,000, put this in this guy's hand, you know.
Exactly.
The fact that you never pushed yourself like that towards that way, that's why it's just coming back to you, you know.
Yeah.
Like good always comes back to the good. So
I agree with that.
I definitely believe that.
I'm pretty thankful for it. Yeah, I'm pretty thankful for it. It's not like, yeah, I'm thankful. Like, that's it.
I mean, would you be doing more with, like, for example, like 999, since it's like a music like a music group?
They all have like projects that are about to drop. Like the music is, it's really getting there.
Summertime shows, like what ideas?
So yeah, like half
shows?
the business, like I said at the beginning, like we dropped a T-shirt and we've been doing shows. We haven't been able to do shows in so fucking long. But once things open up, yeah, I'm gonna book like at least a show a month.
And have you ever thought about like live shows or anything like that? Like
exactly
shows through
live shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like Grimey that's how it used to be. Grimey presents, and then like it'll obviously feature 999 members, but it's gonna be everyone in the city, you know, to bring people together. The collective aspect is just like people who are like they are grimy artists. We're pushing them because it's natural, fits. You know what I mean? Their sound is basically like what the grimy visuals represent. You know what I mean? It's all shit like that. And it's very like everyone chimes in, everyone gives ideas on how to elevate each other. So it's more like fun, less serious, and less set in stone. You know what I mean? Right. Whereas the brand is the brand.
Mm-hmm. And definitely in Montreal, I'm still on the music scene, but like, is there anyone that's not part of Grimey that you'll love to work with, or just like?
I've gotten to know like a lot of people in this like art scene or whatever through Grimey. There's like always artists that I meet that I'm like, yo, you're fucking dope. We're definitely gonna work together in the future. No one specifically in particular, but yeah, of course we want to collaborate with like other people who get the vibe or get the style of what the brand's all about. Mainly like cartoon shit. Like we've always been doing cartoony stuff, you know, and just like finding more people like that who understand like the vibe of what Grimey is and can contribute to that and make it better, you know.
So to like wrap this up, what would you give kind of advice to any person trying to build up his brand or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I've been getting asked that a lot lately, and it's hard to answer because it's like so personal to what you want to do. My best advice would be like we said fucking a million times now, just like keep it authentic to you. Don't make like sacrifices for like short-term benefits. If you believe in something, like keep doing it long term and keep building it slowly, and people who recognize that will recognize it, and they'll support you from the start. Like I've had people who are significantly above me or where I was at the time, artists, musicians, who I'll just like pull up to. You're like, yo, I'm trying to start this at the beginning. Do you want to wear it, or do you fuck with this? And they're like, yeah, dude, this is sick. You know what I mean? So if you believe in what you believe in, others will too, you know? And it's just like, yeah, keep going.
And
never give up.
Definitely never give up.
Never give up. Because there's a lot of times where you want to give up and it's tiring and shit. Like,
and there's a lot of haters out there.
There's a retarded amount of haters.
I mean,
like, noticeably bad.
Yeah, it's especially in the city because like I feel like Montreal hasn't exploded yet. And it's like very much on the come up as a city. So everybody thinks they're kind of the shit, which I don't really like, because it's like if you realize that everyone's just kind of doing their own thing and they're doing it in an authentic way, there shouldn't be a reason to hate, you know? And the hate is just like
I mean, if you have no
funny,
hate,
you know?
If you have no hate, that means you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if ain't no one hating on you, that means they feel like they're doing better than you, or they just don't pay attention. But if people are hating on you, that means you're doing something that they wish they could do.
Yeah, but it's annoying. Like, why do you have to like? It is what it is. You know? It's part of it. Yeah.
And if people want to get in contact with you, where would they find you? Social medias. Social
medias for Grimey is Grimey MTL, just like that. The website is grimeymtl.com. Facebook, same thing, Grimey MTL. And then on the website you could find like my email, the Luke and Leandra's email, and then you could also listen to all the music. Like there's little tabs, should be like shop, series to showcase all the people that have worn our stuff. Music, you'll see all the artists in our collective. Movies, which is Luke's short film, and then About would have all of our contacts.
Okay, awesome.
It's pretty much that.
I mean, thank you for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
It was a great talk, honestly.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Take care.
This shit was dope.
Yeah, fucking dope, man.
All right.